That's what I like to see. A man who's come dressed for business. This is... you're ready... I guess you're getting ready for Glastonbury. Would that be right?
I have such bad luck that I felt if I wore these things before Glastonbury, then when I went there, it would be good weather.
Well, that's a good
thing. So I've been
thing.
wearing them.
Well, so you've been wearing them for how long now?
Oh, a year now.
Well, it looks like it's going to work, because it's this weekend, and we couldn't have nicer weather here in the UK right now.
This is the mud that's from 2007, actually still on there.
Wow. So you haven't washed your boots?
No, I haven't.
OK, we mentioned the name Seasick Steve. You did get given this kind of nickname because of seasickness itself, didn't you? When did that happen? When was the...
It wasn't so long ago. I was, maybe 10 years ago, I was over in... My wife's from Norway, so we went over to Norway to look for a house because she wanted to move home. And I got invited on what's called a blues cruise, which I didn't... Not to play. There were some bands playing. It went from Norway to Denmark. And I forgot to take the pill. I should have known. And the boat, it was flat, and all the bands was playing. It was horrible. And I don't like blues bands too much. And the boat went like that one time.
And that was it?
I threw up from midnight till 7, and then we got to Denmark, and someone saw me laying over in the corner and said, "Oh, you Seasick Steve."
And it stuck.
Like stink, yeah.
But that's it's a kind of great nickname. Here's one thing I want to ask you, Steve, and this is, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I get the feeling the kind of music you play now, that people love, and you saw the clip earlier. Big crowd there, loving what you're doing. But I'm guessing this is the same sort of music you were playing 10 years ago, 15 years ago, when people didn't come to see you, people weren't interested. So what happened that suddenly it happened for you?
Well, I could pretty much clear a room out in, I don't know, 2 or 3 minutes. You want to hear an old country? And then everyone, oh, look at the time. It was gone, boy. And I mean, I don't know what happened. It's like, well, I mean, I went on to, the Jules Holland show.
Yeah, later with Jules Holland, yeah.
And I didn't know anyone was going to like it. I figured I'd probably get around the same cold reception, you know. And then all of a sudden I got some jobs. Before that, I didn't have a job. I was unemployed. Yeah. So it was just one minute I was doing not much, and then all of a sudden I was getting invited places to play and stuff, so it was like a miracle.
Steve, I don't want to be indelicate here, but do you still get, the rock and roll lifestyle, and people see you on stage? Do you get any groupie action? Do you get
I sleep. I'm asleep most of the time. No, I'm serious, man. Like if you come into our backstage room, it's kind of like, because the other guy plays with me, he like not so young. You know, it's kind of like this. But the girls, if we get out there, a lot of girls will come up and they want me to sign, like their butt or something, or their stomach, and I get embarrassed. I'm kind of like, all right. I'm just. It's a little late in the game. I wish it maybe, 20, 40 years, 30, 40 years ago.
But maybe, in some ways, maybe that's a good thing it's late in the game, because when people have success and have that kind of thing when they're young, often it leads them down the wrong path, and often they throw it all away because they don't know how to deal with it. Do you kind of, I mean, I guess it's better late than never, certainly, but
yeah.
Are you pleased in some ways it didn't happen for you earlier?
I would have been dead now, so I'm pretty sure I'm pleased. I'm 100% sure I would have been an idiot, so... this is just, if this is when it happens for me, I got nothing but gratefulness about it.
It's a great thing. I love, I've been reading about Steve, obviously before he came on the show, and I knew a little about you, but I love the fact that, you've been with your wife for how long now? Is it 20?
28 years.
28 years.
Yeah. I was married before, but I didn't do so good then, so... I used to not do much good at anything, but...
And this was an easy romance for you? You knew she was the one, she knew you were the one?
She didn't know I was the one. She didn't want to talk to me, but I knew she was the one. So I would try to court her and all that, and I say things like, "Hey, do you want to go for a date?" And she'd go, "No." She didn't even talk to me at all. So it took I must have been crazy or something like that. But, she eventually, after I don't know a number of months, melted her a little bit. Like someone was saying to me that I only make songs about living rough and stuff like that, and I said, "Oh, no, man, my wife said to me, she goes, you wrote some songs about me?" And I went, "Oh, yeah, man, I don't write I write some few love songs." And then I actually had written well, they're not very good love songs. They don't other people might not even think they was a love song.
Why so? Why they're not the kind of normal romantic kind of thing?
Well, maybe one of them was. The other ones just sound like something you hear like if you're drunk in a bar. But that's as good as I can do in the love department. You know.
So you can be in love when you're drunk in a bar?
I know that. That's how I met my wife.
Okay, tell me about the instruments you use on stage, because you've got a conventional-looking guitar here.
That's why I brought it.
You got there's one that's made out of, it's just a one-string instrument.
Yeah, it's just a piece of wood with a string nailed on it. And
is that called the whittle bow? Is that the one?
Diddly bow.
Diddly bow.
Yeah, and it just got a can of corn on one end and a handle from a 75 Chevy van and some Christmas decoration.
And you can get a good sound out of
Nope.
it?
It sounded actually not good.
Well, I suppose that's not a surprise.
I don't know why people want me to play. You'll play the diddly bow. I think they're trying to embarrass me, you know. I don't get embarrassed too much no more, so.
But this guitar, this doesn't look like how long you had this one for? Is this a cherished, well-loved
yeah, it's, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. It's like, I think it's old, though, like maybe from the 30s. It's no good either. But it actually has all the strings on it.
Well, that's a start.
Yeah, I'm trying to move up in the world, because the other one I play, one of them only got 3 strings, and the other one has 4 strings.
Which is that one? That's not the diddly bow. That's a 3-string one, is that right?
That's made out of cigar box. And in a spatula, like for turning eggs over to hold the string. And there's a bullet at the other end. And that's my matchbook collection. And it got 4 strings on it.
You know, here's the exciting thing. Generally, I think, but your music's doing great. People love seeing you perform live, and you get nominated for Brits. I mean, this is what a career to have. Suddenly, for many years being in the music business, no one pays attention. Suddenly, you're playing the huge festivals, and you get nominated for awards as well. How's that for you going along to the Brits? Because it's a.
I saw you there.
Yeah, I was there.
You were looking good, dog.
Yeah, thank you. I thought so too.
You was like the chain and
a bowler hat.
I mean, it was dope, man.
Yeah.
No, I know why they invite me to the. I'm in the best. For 2 years now, I'm in the best international male. And so I said, I'm not no best international male. And then I figured it out. They need a loser there, because none of them other guys will come over from America to sit there to lose. So last year or the year before was like Kanye West, and then when he wasn't even there. And then they turned the camera on me. I'm like, because I'm the loser. And then last year was Jay-Z, and I'm like, because they know I'm coming, because they get a free drink and some food. I'll be there next year, too.
Well, next year, let's have you win. Come on. Let's make him win. Steve, have you been asked to endorse any products, endorse jeans or model or bring out a range of lingerie or anything like that? Have you been any of that action come your way?
I'm working on John Deere a little bit, you know. I want to get me a new tractor, but I don't know how that's going to work yet. And I think somebody asked me if I want, they was trying to work on something. I'm not going to, kind of a whiskey company, but
wow, that's
my demands were too large, lifetime supply and such. No, I don't know lingerie, I'm not much into lingerie. No. We had some Seasick Steve underwear though, or they call it knickers here. Yeah, knickers. They went I guess they was good quality because they flew out the door.
Yeah, well, that's an item. Who wouldn't want to see the wife in a pair of knickers that says Seasick Steve on the front?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't?
Well, my son's fiance got a pair, and he didn't. My boy didn't like that.
You don't want to see your dad's name on your girlfriend's knickers. That's going to spoil the mood.
Yeah, it did. I understand.
Steve is going to perform live for us here in the studio, ladies and gentlemen. Isn't that exciting? That's a truth. We have more to come, more music from Kylie, of course, later on. Steve, what a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Seasick Steve, ladies and gentlemen. Great to have you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we've got Kylie coming out in the chat, and she's going to do not 1 but 2 numbers for us as well. But before that, some music of a very different sort, no less exciting, fabulous, I'm sure you'll agree when you hear it, the fabulous Mr. Seasick Steve performing Burning Up.
All right. Oh, I want you. Yeah, I want you. Oh, I want you. I'm burning up. I'm burning up, y'all. I'm burning up. Well, cool me down now with your love, girl. cool me down now. There's a fire in my world. I'm burning up. I'm burning up, y'all. I'm burning up. Now when you got to love on somebody and you ain't sure they got the love back on you, that's a hard thing, y'all. It make it so you can't sleep at night and you lose your appetite. And sometimes you wake up in a cold sweat, and then sometimes you wake up in a hot sweat, and then you gotta say, oh, I want